Hi all. Thank you very much for joining Huawei Fusion Solar webinar. My name is Mohammed Hassan. I am working as a service manager for Huawei Technologies UK Solar Inverter Department. I have done electrical engineering and then in masters in sustainable energies from University of Southampton. I am member of Energy Institute UK with having more than 10 years of experience working in Middle East and in Europe in different solar departments. Uh, yeah, I would like you to join our community website, which is on community.solar.huawei.com. You will find here lots of information regarding our solar products, like user manuals, installation things, quick guides. Also, you will find information about the frequently asked questions, and also you will get information for the problems which we faced during our day-to-day supporting our customer, and we are writing a document on that issues and uploading all the documents on this website. So if you find any kind of similar issues, you can just search that things into the website, and you can find the solution for that one. Also, there are marketing tools are available for our partners, which are free marketing tools, so that you can increase your sales growth for your company. Also, you can participate into the trainings and get rewards after passing the test and on purchasing of free and solar products. Um, let's discuss about brief discussion about Huawei. Huawei is a multi-billion company working in the different sectors. We have 170 offices in different region across the globe. We were ranked 61st in position in Fortune Global. Also, we are having 194,000 employees all across the globe. From there, 96,000 employees are working in the R&D section and the research and development section to keeping our product robust and strong and easy to use for the customer. We have 17 research institutes and labs across the globe, and also we have 74 in ranking in the Inter brand top 100 best global brand. As far as the sales revenue concerns, you can see that we have a very steady growth in the sales revenues from 2013 and in 2019. Our sales revenue was more than 122 billion dollars, which is approximately 60% increase from 2018 revenue. Yeah, let's discuss about some difference in the installed capacity of string inverters compared to the central one. As you can see into the left slide, that in 2016 the string inverters has shares of 38% across the globe from the global PV market, and which is steadily increasing through the years. And in 2020, we are expecting that there will be more than 50% of the string inverters will be installed in the global market as compared to the central solution. And also we are expecting that in by the end of 2022 the market share for the string inverters will be increased more than 60% compared to the central inverter solution in the global market. Fusion Solar Smart PV solution inverters were delivered 118 gigawatts across the globe by the end of 2019, and which ranks our Fusion Solar products number one for the global inverter shipment starting from 2015 to 2018. Coming back to today's topic, which is Huawei Smart IV Curve diagnosis tool. Uh, why we develop the question is why we develop a smart IV curve diagnosis tool. As now you can see that the solar panels or solar sites are installed more than a couple of years now, and the customers are facing some kind of problems in the solar panels, and there are some restrictions for the field service engineers to go to that site. So that's why, to eliminate or to support them for all these kind of problems they have faced, we have developed the smart IV curve solution. On the left side, I have put it some problems or some issues which we are facing on the solar panel side. We have divided these problems in for the solar panels in the three different types. The first one, which we call the infant problems, which are we are facing during the construction of that site, like the junction box failure, or the string interconnection issues, or glass breakage, or some type sometime the loose frames. We categorize this one into the infant failures. Then in the midlife of the solar PV plant, we have faced some problems like PID issues, diode failure issues, cell interconnection breakage issues. We call them into the midlife failure, and then which comes under the warranty things. All these issues are comes under the warranty things, and once the inverter is expired for the solar panels, then we are facing some other problems like corrosions and cell interconnections, which we call it wear out failures. At the bottom of the left side of the screen, you will see some pictures are taken from the solar panels, which are shattered glass, EV discoloring, EVA delamination, cell cracks, nail trails, backshift chucking, hotspots. These are the problems which are very difficult to find onto the hundreds of thousands of solar panels installed onto the in the individual solar panel onto that site. So this is one thing why we develop our Huawei Smart IV Curve solution. The second thing is that now the solar plants are installing onto the different and complex terrain. Like you have seen, so many solar plants are connecting into the floating things like water reservoirs, rivers, or some lakes, and also solar panels or solar systems are installing onto the rooftop, which are very difficult to access by the for the daily routine maintenance. And also the solar panels are installed on the different mountain terrains, and now the size of the plants are increasing every day, day by day. So it's really difficult for the engineers to go to that site to check each and every inverter or the springs to find out the problem. And also for the different terrains, it's really difficult for the guys to go to that site because of the health and safety issues, and sometimes they don't get the permissions for to go to that site due to the lengthy process. And if you are having a problems like mentioned in the before, then you will lose the generation, and it will cost the companies or the owners very badly. So that's the reason we develop a smart Huawei IV Curve solution to support our customers, so that they can find the problem and they can go to that site only once a time to only fix it. Now the question is why Huawei Smart IV Curve diagnosis solution. There are many solutions are available in the local market. IV Curve solution is not new. It's already available into the local market. So why? What is the difference between Huawei solution and what is the difference between the other solution which the customers are using currently? Huawei solution, here in this screen I have segregated, compare the two different solutions. One is with the Huawei string inverters, Huawei Smart IV Curve function, and the other one is the central solution, which the currently the customers are using for their central site. First thing, our solution about the smart IV curve solution is totally automatic. There is no need to, there is no any manual handling involved in that testing, because for the other testing solution there is a manual handling involved, and there are lots of risks involved in that one. So, and there's lots of time and energies consumed for doing that kind of the test for the central solution, or the and for the string inverters, it will be automatically, for Huawei string inverters it would be automatically done automatically. uh, Again, the second comparison, the second difference is that we can done the test, the smart IV curve test on the complete site, even on the even on the single string. However, in compare to the central inverters, you can only test the site onto that particular strings, or few percentage of that site. Also, the sampling rate of Huawei String Smart IV Curve solution is 100%. However, on the central inverter side, it will be just on 13%, which means that here in this example, I have considered a system with 272 strings, and the central inverters are having 276 strings. We have done the test on the 100% of that site on 272 strings, and for the central solution, the test was done only onto the 13% of that site, which is only 36 strings tested, 3 strings per DC combiner boxes, and only the test was done on 12 DC combiner boxes in total. The performance, the preparation and performance of the IV curve, there is no need to install any separate hardware for the Huawei Smart IV curve, because all the equipments are comes with the pre-installed in our inverters, and you just need to connect. You can do that test through the Netico or monitoring platform, Huawei monitoring platform, in just 5 minutes. You need to have to spend 5 minutes to just set up the computer and upload the license to the inverters, and then you can perform the test. Also, in this example, we have done the test on 272 strings in just 6 minutes. However, on the other hand, for the central solution, that there is you need to install a separate hardware. You need to first disconnect the strings from your central inverter, then you connect it with your IV curve tester, and during that period you will have the loss of time, loss of generation will be there lost, and it will be take approximately 8 minutes to done the test for only one string. And during that procedure, during that testing, you will have loss of energy, and sometimes the IV curve testers become they got some problems due to the heating issues, and you need to wait for some time to do the test. Secondly, for find you need to use approximately minimum 2 engineers to be on site, which will consume 288 minutes, and this 288 minutes consist of 36 strings, which 8 minutes will be used for per strings to do it the test. Also, another advantage for doing through the smart IV curve solution from Huawei inverters, that the report will be generated immediately, and there will be no manual handling into making the reports, and the report will be in front of you within a few minutes after doing the test. And for that particular example, we found only 2% or 2 strings were damaged out of 272, which we send the engineers to that site to fix that strings to avoid any kind of loss for that generation. However, on the other central inverter solution, the engineers who perform the test onto the IV curve testers, they needs to analyze the test, and then they needs to generate the report manually. So there will be a risk of errors or risk of the other things, like if the engineers on holidays, or there is some problems with the engineers, or if there is a problem with receiving the data from the test IV curve tester, so it will delays your report, and you can lose your energy, or you can lose your production as well during the process of getting report till it's reached to the engineers, and you will fix the issue. This IV curve solution is applied globally, up more than 5 gigawatts of installation, and from that test, we have find out segregated the different types of problems which we faced onto that site. Like 54% the problems are because of the PV string voltage diode short circuit issues. 20%, more than 20% are due to the string current. Then 9% problems are related to the string open circuit. Like this, so we are developing more and more things which we are seeing after analyzing the data from our the installed applications, and we are adding more problems that we are facing during the IV curve testing on that site. Here on the right side, there is two case studies I have mentioned here. The site is 50 megawatts, and it was consist of 168,000, more than 168,000 panels installed on that site. The site was connected to the grid in 2017, in July 2017. We performed the IV curve test on this site, and there was total 3,960 strings were tested, and from that 3,960 strings, the results comes up that there was a problem with the 65 strings connected to that site, which is approximately losing 5% of yield in total for that site, and which is a very huge amount of the numbers of the yield loss because of this string. So the customers they send the engineers onto that site for the particular string to fix that issues. Also, there is another example of 12 megawatt site testing. That site consists of more than 46,000 solar panels installed on that site. And the site was connected in 2016, and the total number of string installs was more than 1,800. And when we done that test on that site, we found out that there were 34 strings were having problems, which is approximately 1.4% of the total estimated loss of yield because of this string issues. So the customers send their engineers onto that particular strings, and they fix the problem there. Uh, what is the difference between the smart IV curve diagnosis tool and the traditional IV curve scanning? The main thing is that we do our test automatically. However, on the other hand, for the traditional IV curve scannings, you need to do the test manually. Also, the scan speed, our scan speed is less than 1 second for the one string. However, for the traditional one, it will take approximately 5 seconds for one string. In total, 10 seconds will be used for one inverter, which is connected for the 4 MPPTs in 8 inputs, and there will be however, on the other hand, for the traditional IV curve scan, there will be approximately 1 minute for one inverter. So you can see 50 seconds difference are coming from here. So how fast we are doing the test to the smart IV curve tool. We use 100 megawatt megawatts of sites can be tested just in 15 minutes, and these 15 minutes contain the testing on each and a single string onto the 100 megawatts of site. However, on the traditional IV curve scanner, it will take approximately 2 days for to done the test for 1 megawatt site if you are considering to do the test on each and single string. So you can see there is a huge difference of the scan speed between the smart IV curve and the traditional IV curve testing. Scan resolution, we test the strings on 128 points. However, on the traditional one, it's done the test on 120 points. Scan accuracy, voltage current is less than equal to 0.5%. However, on the scan accuracy for the traditional IV curve scanning is less than or equal to 1%. Scan conveniency, it's a online operation. You can do the test while sitting in your office, in your home, anywhere in the world. However, on the other hand, for the traditional IV curve scanning, you need to go to that site, disconnect the strings from the inverter, connect it to the IV curve traditional IV curve scanner, and then you need to perform that test, and then you need to analyze the report, and then you will write the report according to it. So it will take lots of time for getting the report through the traditional IV curve scanning. Scan consistency, you can scan more than 200 string at the same time, but for the traditional one, you need to do the string IV curve string by string at different times. Scan footprint, all samples, traditional IV curve, it's the partial samples. Analysis report, again, automatic analysis and report is generated in the few minutes. However, for the traditional IV curve scanners, analysis needs to be done by the technician and then needs to write the report, and then they will send it to the customer. So it will take a huge time for completing that test. Energy lost, very important for the smart IV curve on the Huawei equipment. It's 0 kilowatts hour. However, on the traditional IV curve scanning on the 100 megawatts of plant, only on 5% of sampling testing requires 5 to 7 days, and which is equal to loss of 100,000 kilowatts hours of the energy. Smart IV curve diagnosis can analyze 14 different types of fault. With these faults are verified by TUV. You can get the results on the one single click. Efficiency is mentioned here also, that 100 megawatts of plant, 15 minutes, based on the new 185 KTL inverter. The procedure is done automatically. No need to send out the guys to that site. Valuables, improved yield, lower OPEX, guaranteed plant safety. Yes, so you don't need to send the guys again and again, which will save your money for sending the guys to the site, and you will get the report by sitting in the office. Here is the list of the faults which IV curve smart IV curve tool recognize or find. We are working, R&D guys are working for increasing of the numbers here, and once we will develop the new features, new version, we will add up, we are continuously adding the different faults in the list as well. Uh, Fault impact, plant yield. This is the problems which we find out through our analysis onto the 5 gigawatts of installation onto the globe. That the problems faced, the risk are very high for the PV strings open circuit issues. Then the second one which we found out is the current mismatch losses, which is because of the hotspots onto the solar panels, or damages of the diode. And then the third one which we found out that the abnormal PV module output current breakage, which comes in the yield, energy loss, panels reliability risk, and personal safety for the O&M guys as well. Then we have current mismatch in the strings, slightly current mismatch in the strings as well. string connections reverse. This is also a big problems which our customers are facing onto that side. So these are the list and the percent impact on the yield we have mentioned here after analyzing onto the 5 gigawatts of our installation on the IV curve in the globe. That if you find these kind of faults, that how much this fault is affecting the yield of the solar plant, and how much you are using, how much you are losing revenue only because of that particular problem onto that site. Activation procedure for applying IV curve solution. The procedure is very simple. You just need to contact to the sales team to purchase that license. Once you purchase that license, you will provide us the serial number of the inverters connected to that plant. Then Huawei service team will apply the license from the HQ in the system, and then upload that license to your plant, and then will inform the customer or inform you guys once the system is ready to perform the test with the access and all the details, that how you will perform the test onto that on the monitoring system, on Huawei monitoring system, or our Fusion Solar or Netico. Some important things which you guys needs to remember while doing the test, that once you start performing the test, the system will automatically ask a few questions from you guys, that you need to check the status, or you need to mention the status if the solar panels or solar modules are clean, or they are in dusty modules. The radiance level should be more than 600 watts per meter squares. If you do the test below this value of the radiance, the test will automatically terminate it and you will not get any results. So it's better to perform the test on the clear sky, and during the midday from 11 to 2 o'clock, whenever when the radiance are high, so that you can get good results and accurate results from the IV curve solution. Also, that's you need to perform the test during the particular time, so to avoid any kind of problems, so you will get the exact solution. Here some pictures, some screenshot from the IV curve reports done on the Netico. On the left side of the screen, you can see that you will find the inverter serial numbers, the inverter information, that when the test was performed, what was the string level voltage, what was the current at that time. All this information will be appears onto that report. Then you will see on the bottom of that screen on the left side, there is IV curve testing graph, which will be appears to you. On the right side of the screen, you will find a circle with the two different colors. The green one is showing the whole circle is showing the total number of strings installed or the test done on the total number of strings, and then the green one is showing the correct strings, and the pink one is showing the strings which are comes with the problems or abnormal string values. Here on the bottom of that right side of the screen, you will see the different string numbers, PV1, PV2, and the different parameters of the test at the time of the test done to that particular inverter. This is something that the reports, what kind of reports you will get. You will not only get the one report, you will get the three different types of reports. The first one, which contains the plant information, the valuation of the PV string failure rate, and the fault types analysis. The second report you will get, it's a diagnosis report about each string in the subarray, the information of task, overview of the diagnosis, PV string IV curve details and PV performance details of each strings mentioned will be in that report. And this result, this IV curve solution is not only provide you the report with the problems, it will provide you the information that you need also how you can fix that problem onto that site. So the ONM report contains the information of the task that and you and the following advice that you can follow that advice and fix that problem onto that particular strings and increase the yield of your solar plant. This is the screenshot taken from the report that the what overview reports look like. It's provide you the information of the total test done on that site. The green numbers is the good strings. The red numbers are with the faulty one. Then you see the information about the distribution of failure in each subarray, different types of test there. Then you will find the percentage of the problems, the fault the identified during the test onto that site. That 50 more than 50% are like there's a string issues or something. So all the information you will get there. That more than 50% is because of the output current problems. 19% problems are due to the mismatch PV strings, and then 18% is because of the open circuit issues on the PV string. So this report will provide you the different problems as well that it's find onto the inverter on the string side. This is the report which was generated after doing the test on the 50 megawatt site in Asia. The plant introduction is that the plant was consist on the mountain, complex terrain, and difficult to do the ONM, the daily task. And this reports test generated test was done on 3,960 strings, and from that 3,960 strings, 188 strings comes up with the fault issues, which is the fault rate of approximately 4.7% of the total strings installed on that site. Here, some screenshots from the test done on the 2 megawatts floating PV plant in Taiwan, which consists of 40 numbers of Sun 2042 KTL inverters. We have done the test with bird dropping. You can see that the IV curve results from the bird dropping, and then we put then we asked somebody to one guy to go to that put the shades partial shading onto the solar panels to see that how IV curve reacts on that one, and then we put the clothes or sheet onto the solar panel to see that what is the difference in the three IV curve test. We will cut it on the results, and then we clean all the things. We remove the bird dropping, remove the shadows from the site, and then you can see onto the right side the results. The IV curve results comes into the normal way. Yeah, this is something which I want to share with you guys regarding the IV curve solution. If you have any kind of questions, you can contact me. You can contact our service team, and we will support you for providing information about your queries. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And we have other seminars, other webinars as well. So please do join with us, and so that you can get benefits of Huawei Smart PV solution for your daily products for the solar plants. Thank you very much.